was Damon Dash, and he has no money now. I only felt that change, and you look out for the homies, and you do this, then it's nothing, right? And I was like, nigga, I'm from 134th Street. $1 million is a lot of money.
Right.
I think I hit the lotto.
Right.
How you gonna say it's no money? Like, and I just never forgot.
As we all know, 1/3 of Roc-A-Fella Inc., which owns Reasonable Doubt, is for sale. And I've gotten a lot of calls, a lot of offers. I don't know if people are hummer stunting, you know, or not. We'll see who shows up, but I definitely got some very healthy offers, and I appreciate those. And, you know, obviously, if someone's trying to hate on the price or trying to devalue it, it would be because they want to buy it, you know, like a first right of refusal. So if you do want to buy 1/3 of Roc-A-Fella Inc., you are going to have to bring some bread. And anything over 10 million, I'm going to sweeten the pot. You get an original Rockefeller chain from off my neck. So, you know, I say, because I was the only one that gave out Rockefeller chains when Rockefeller really existed. If I don't give you the chain, it's not a legit Rockefeller chain. You get one of these, this is legit. This is the old school one from off my neck. You know, like how when I took one off my neck and gave one to Kanye, Cameron, all that. So again, if you're gonna call, please have the intention of spending some real money and actually completing the transaction. But if you come with the right amount of money, you're gonna get a chain. Or, you know, at least you'll have to battle with homeboy on the first right of refusal.
You know what's gangster to me? Is to live the way you want to live. To not have to answer to people to change things. Because of your perspective and the way things are. Our culture's so strong.
There was a time when Dame Dash was the man. He was the boss, and he was one of hip-hop's favorite CEOs. Dame Dash could sell water to a fish or oxygen to humans and make you believe that anything is possible.
My main objective was to take over the whole entire planet. I made a conscious decision to take over the world. I like to spend all kinds of money. I like the dollar, I like the euro, I like the pound, I like the franc pause, I like the yen. In order to do that, I had to go into those particular marketplaces and take it over.
I sold broken buttons, fried eggs, I sold motherfucking sour milk, I sold all that shit. I can sell anything, I'm a hustler. I eat and breathe with shit money.
This was why Dame was a very successful businessman, and you can't deny that his confidence in himself was admirable. Dame Dash even stated that even at a young age, he was already richer than most of the adults around him. But also during this period, the young 50 Cent was just starting in the game, and he was nowhere near Dame's level just yet.
When you're in my situation, there's no plan B. You know, it's music or we sell crack, because that's what we did before we did music.
50 had been shot 9 times, dropped from his label, his career was on the line, and no one expected he would ever be successful again. However, 50 Cent got a lifeline from Shady Records. He was signed and given $1 million for his deal.
When I got the phone call that M was interested in the project and he wanted to meet, it was like completely non-traditional. It was like Friday night he's calling me, so I gotta fly to Los Angeles that Saturday. I almost didn't make it. I got stopped in the airport because I had my vest on. I wouldn't go nowhere without the vest or my pistol at the time. So they stopped me with the vest and told me it was a back brace I needed for my back. When I met M, it was the first week his second album had been out. And he sold like 1.7 million records. I had a deal on the table at Universal, 1.3 million they offered me for my album, solo album, and then for G-Unit solo album, and I didn't take the deal. And Yayo and them was looking at me like, how much? Like, you're not gonna take it. I didn't even know how to explain it to him that we would just be in the ocean. Like we'd just be another thing on Universal Music Group. And I'm saying I'm not doing that deal. I'm doing a deal with Eminem.
50 Cent had a higher offer from Universal Records, but he chose to sign with Eminem, despite being offered less money. But 50 stated that Dame said the $1 million he was offered is nothing.
Was Damon Dash, and he has no money now. I only felt that change, and you look out for the homies, and you do this, then it's nothing, right? And I was like, nigga, I'm from 134th Street. $1 million is a lot of money.
Right.
I think I hit the lotto.
Right.
Are you gonna say there's no money? Like, it was, and I just never forgot.
So, how did Dame Dash go from being a very successful CEO who said $1 million is nothing to now struggling to pay a debt of $805,000? And according to 50 Cent, Dame Dash is now broke. You see, back in the early 2000s, Dame wasn't just a confident CEO. There was also the pride that came with it.
I made my first $1 million. I was like, this shit was too easy to make. I want to have 20. Then once I made my first 20, I was like, this is too easy to make. I could do 100. I didn't do 100 yet. You know, cash liquid. I generated it and grossed it, but never had 100 to look at. But I know I could get it. You know what I'm saying? And I know I can get $1 billion. I know I could get it. You know what I mean? So it just made me hungry to want everything in the world. Like, it just made me believe that no one's better than me at anything. It's just effort.
Dame's ego was born from his success, and you could understand that, but it was the pride and the way he dealt with people that also made Jay-Z stop working with him. Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and their friend Kareem Biggs Burke started Roc-A-Fella Records in 1994. However, before starting their own record company, they tried to get the major record labels to sign Jay-Z and release Reasonable Doubt. But no label was willing to take a chance on Jay's talent. So, rather than waiting on a record deal, Dame, Jay, and Biggs decided to start Roc-A-Fella. And it's the kind of audacity that made Dame a successful businessman. Reasonable Doubt became the first album released by Roc-A-Fella, and everyone knows how successful the album was. And following the success of Reasonable Doubt, several labels were now lining up to sign Jay-Z. Dame Dash recognized that they now had the upper hand in negotiations, and he maximized this advantage. For every label they negotiated with, Dame insisted that he, Biggs, and Jay were going to maintain ownership of all of Jay-Z's masters, particularly Reasonable Doubt. This was a very smart and important move, as it means that they owned the catalog and could continue to make money off it. The Roc Boys signed a very smart deal with Universal and Def Jam. Jay-Z wasn't going to become another Def Jam artist. They signed a deal that allowed them to keep their label and still operate independently. They sold 50% of Roc-A-Fella to Universal for $1.5 million and agreed to a 50-50 partnership and distribution deal. Def Jam was also responsible for all the production costs of Roc-A-Fella, but only entitled to a third of the profits. And these are the moves that showed Dame was a shrewd businessman. That 50% of Roc-A-Fella was then split between Universal Music subsidiaries, Def Jam and Polydor.
So Def Jam didn't acquire half of Roc-A-Fella, Universal did. And Def Jam got 25%, and Universal had the other 25%. So they only owned a quarter. 25%, and we
quarter war.
Yeah, and we own 50%.
Jay's career was catapulted to another level when he dropped Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. The album debuted at #1 and sold 250,000 copies in its first week. Till today, it is still Jay-Z's most successful album, selling over 6 million copies in the US alone. This was when Roc-A-Fella was at its peak. They signed a 3-year extension with Universal Records, worth $30 million. This was when Dame, Jay, and Biggs decided to expand their empire. Roc-A-Fella signed artists such as Memphis Bleek, Cameron and the Dipset, Beanie Sigel, M.O.P., Noriega, and even a young Kanye West. Dame Dash didn't stop at just music alone. He and his partners diversified into other businesses. They bought a vodka brand called Armadale. Armadale was sort of like Ciroc before Ciroc, but it just wasn't as successful. Then, after being turned down by various big brands, Dame started his own clothing brand, Roc-A-Wear.
That started like I would make records, and I would talk about like various like clothing brands, you know, on the record, and then I started noticing like you know, people would come to the shows wearing the clothes and things like that, and I know I was selling a lot of clothing for these companies, and I would go to them like, we should work out a deal. I think I'm affecting your business a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should work with me. You know, we could work together, do some ads and things like that. And they was like turning me away. Like I don't think they understood the amount of clothing I was moving for them. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't doing it. I was just doing it to paint a picture. But at the same time, it was economical for them. And, you know, they wasn't compensating me for it at all.
Jay-Z was the face of the brand, but Dame was the one who played a major role in getting the business off the ground. Within a year and a half, Roc-A-Fella had managed to rack up about $80 million in sales. Also, with Dame Dash in charge, Jay-Z went on a 54-city tour, supported by various Roc-A-Fella rappers alongside other rappers, such as DMX, Redman, and DJ Clue. Jay-Z made about $20 million from this tour, which was the most successful rap tour in history at the time. Dame Dash, the CEO, was very successful. However, Dame Dash, the CEO, also had a problem. Dame started making some ludicrous decisions. He became more focused on being a celebrity rather than being a CEO, which is what he needed to be. Dame had a personal assistant and an executive assistant, a chef, and Dame even had someone auditioning to be his butler. When Dame was asked why he needed a butler, he said, "Not too many people understand how important having a butler is. I need somebody to help me get everything I'm going to wear for the day all set up. You think it's easy, but I've got a lot to put together accessory-wise, especially at night. Cufflinks are a mother." And if you've ever seen Dame Dash's episode of MTV Cribs, you would realize why Dame is no longer as rich as he once was.
Need their own room. Remember, don't tell anybody, right? If you notice, there's nothing in here worn more than once. Period.
You ain't wearing these.
I might.
Actually, they're old stuff. All right.
I might. It depends on the occasion. Maybe do something with it on stage. You know?
What size are you, man?
9.5, 10.
Nah, no good for me, man.
I'm actually coming out with my own sneaker through Nike. But that's a secret. Maybe by the time you hear this, it'll be out. The CEOs, sneakers to get money in.
If you think having a room for your sneakers is crazy, Dame Dash actually had 2 rooms for his sneakers. A room for his Adidas sneakers and a room for his Nike sneakers. Another major problem was how Dame treated people. He had a loud and aggressive management style. During the Hard Knock tour, Dame Dash lost his shit when he found out Memphis Bleek and other Roc-A-Fella artists had been given a jacket that had the Def Jam logo on it, rather than the Rockefeller logo.
Jacket, shit, chop this, man. You see the Memphis Bleek? I didn't never have a Rockefeller coat that said Memphis Bleek. This is the only thing Def Jam got one up on. But other than that, Rockefeller's the home team.
Oh my God! You just dropped that one. All of a sudden, this Def Jam jackets with niggas' names on all over the tour. That shit is weak, man. You ain't been doing that. Everybody wants a jacket. You want to do something, make a motherfucking hard tour jacket. We don't want this shit. No, why do I need Beanie Man and Memphis Bleek wear the Def Jam jacket? They don't Rockefeller. All of a sudden, niggas got jackets with their names on and on our tour. It makes it look like a Def Jam tour. Wait a second. All right, look, you're the president of the company, right? So that means you're smart. Am I right? They play dumb. Now, wait. If everybody on this tour has a Def Jam jacket on, what would be the general perception of this when people just walking around and don't know nothing? What would it look like? So then, knowing this, why wouldn't you be extra sensitive about giving everybody Def Jam jackets on this tour? Why? You're a president, now you know. So either you're real smart or you're real dumb. It's one or the other. And I'm not gonna say that you're real dumb. I'm gonna say you're real smart. So you know better. You all know better.
The man Dame Dash was screaming at was the president of Def Jam at the time, Kevin Liles. And Dame wasn't even done yet.
It's like that put motherfucking Def Jam presents the Def Jam's Hard Knock Life on Russell Simmons show. That was love. That's what. How is that a mistake? From the mistakes. How is that a mistake?
Because Russell does look at every single thing that comes.
He doesn't. I'm sorry. Russell, the person that Tim owns is fucking doesn't know that this is not his tour. He don't know that.
No, he knows that.
So wait, the people at his company don't know that.
Right? Maybe not.
Maybe not. If that's the case, that means the general public don't know that. Look, y'all niggas are too professional and you're too smart to make these kind of dumb ass mistakes. You alright? Sony wouldn't do this. Loud gets his prop. Arsene don't take that. Bad Boy gets his prop. Ashton don't take that. But Face gets his prop. Y'all gotta be out your fucking face in everything we do. Then I gotta be the asshole and yell. I don't feel like doing that shit all the time. I'm sick of that shit. Yo, for 30% of my day correcting in your fucking state. They're gonna pay me more for that? It is true, man.
Please don't take an act of love.
That ain't no love, man. That's promotion.
That's trying to cheat.
Yo, who you think you're talking to? I understand. All I need y'all to do is cut the checks. That's it. We're taking all the chances. We're the ones that boycott the Grammy. We're the ones that put our ass on the line and did this tour
ready for it. Why not? I don't know why, because your fat ass around all the time. We not partners.
That's stupid for you to say that.
We ain't partners.
What are we at?
Y'all cut us checks. Y'all got 25%, and what's the name has another 25%. But y'all not equal partners. You don't think I know that?
What do you mean?
You and Polygram split 50%.
Absolutely.
All right, so y'all not partners. You got a quarter. You're a quarter order. That's it.
Dame became known for screaming at employees and also sacking various executives.
Called Damon Dash, make sure I was privy to it, and make sure I was CC'd or whatever. You don't send an email randomly at 10:30 at night or whatever it is at night, the day we all had awake. That shit don't right? That shit is up. And on another level, it's not for y'all to put. Y'all do not control any of my artists. That's why I'm asking questions. Everybody looking dumb in the face. So what was we doing? What was we talking about in terms of Jay? Let me know.
Why don't we just call the meeting?
Why?
Because you know what it's like.
Why?
Damon, no one.
Why? Who cares? Why? We all here. Why now you want to call a meeting?
Because you know what? No one needs to sit here and be.
No one is so then get the out. I don't give a Then get out. This is not about you. We're gonna do something about Jay. We're gonna do it together. All right then, but why you didn't call me? You want to make excuses? You can talk all you want. This is treacherous. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. And go get Leor. You always leave when you ain't got shit to f***ing say. This nigga just got sued for this the same kind of shit. Y'all better stop f***ing with me. Y'all gonna get your man in some trouble, I'm telling you. So if y'all want to talk about Jay, if there was an agenda, let's go through it.
Nah, we're gonna reschedule, man.
What the f*** you mean you're gonna reschedule?
We're gonna reschedule, man.
What you mean you're gonna reschedule? You get the f*** out. Look, y'all heard now that Rockefeller said no one to go. You're not a leader. You don't know shit about my culture. Get the f*** out. You don't know shit about Jay. Get the f*** out, Randy Acker. That's why all artists kick your f***ing ass anyway.
Excuse me?
That's why you stay getting punched in your face by other artists, not by Dame Dash, but other people, because you don't respect my culture. That's why. That's why you've been smacked. Not by me, by other people. Get out of here. Beat it. No one needs you. Get out. Clear samples.
He eventually became the president and CEO of Def Jam, and according to various sources, these were some of the reasons why Dame and Jay stopped working together. But before signing the deal to become CEO of Def Jam, Jay stated that he had a meeting with Biggs and Dame. He told XXL, "So I was like, let me get Reasonable Doubt, and I'll give up the rest of my masters. I'll give up Roc-A-Fella, I'll give up president and CEO of Def Jam, everything. Just give me my baby to hold on to, so 10 years down the line, I can look back and I got something. I'm not empty-handed." And I was the one being offered everything. I thought it was more than fair. And when that was turned down, I had to make a choice. I'll leave that for the people to say what choice they would have made. That's about it. I don't really want to talk about Dame or Biggs. I don't have nothing negative to say about them. After leaving Rockefeller, he started his own label, Dame Dash Music. The company was going to be directly under Universal and not Def Jam because, you know, it's a crime for Dame Dash to have a boss, especially not Jay-Z.
There's no money in this world for someone to pay me so they could call me, so I could call them a boss. That's like calling somebody daddy. How can a man call another man, yo, that's my boss? We don't do that.
However, Dame's new label fell apart, or never happened, because he was continually having issues with the executives. These days, Dame Dash is now having to auction off his 1/3 Reasonable Doubt, not because he wants to, but because he has to. Dame Dash now owes $8 million in taxes and another $145 grand in child support. Dame also lost a copyright case and owes another $805 grand to a movie producer. The same man who once said $1 million is nothing is now steeped in debt.
Reasonable Doubt is for sale. And I've gotten a lot of calls, a lot of offers. I don't know if people are hummer stunting, you know, or not. We'll see who shows up, but I definitely got some very healthy offers, and I appreciate those. And, you know, obviously, if someone's trying to hate on the price or trying to devalue it, it would be because they want to buy it, you know, like a first right of refusal. So if you do want to buy 1/3 of Roc-A-Fella Inc., you are going to have to bring some bread. And anything over 10 million, I'm going to sweeten the pot. You get an original Rockefeller chain from off my neck. So, you know, I say, because I was the only one that gave out Rockefeller chains when Rockefeller really existed. If I don't give you the chain, it's not a legit Rockefeller chain. You get one of these, this is legit. This is the old school one from off my neck. You know, like how when I took one off my neck and gave one to Kanye, Cameron, all that. So again, if you're gonna call, please have the intention of spending some real money and actually completing the transaction. But if you come with the right amount of money, you're gonna get a chain. Or, you know, at least you'll have to battle with homeboy on the first right of refusal.
Jay-Z has first refusal for Dame's 1/3 of Reasonable Doubt and offered $1.5 million rather than the $10 million Dame was looking for. Dame Dash, of course, rejected this offer. However, Jay-Z made it known to any prospective buyer that they were only going to own it for 5 years. After 5 years, the ownership automatically goes back to Jay-Z. This is why Dame Dash is stuck in a really terrible situation. But on the other hand, for 50 Cent, he's got the hit TV shows, he's done a successful world tour, he now owns the second biggest black-owned production studio in the world, and according to some reports, he's very close to being a billionaire. And after 50 Cent revealed that Dame Dash is now broke, Tony Yayo also responded to the fact that Dame is given a Rockefeller chain to go with the auction.
So basically, a video is making its rounds right now. The Dame Dash is saying, yeah, to whoever spends over $10 million on this Reasonable Doubt thing, I'm gonna throw in a Rockefeller chain.
Dame eventually responded to 50 Cent's claims by challenging 50 to what he referred to as the CEO war.
Somebody definitely sent me that cute shit 50 said about me not having no money. And because of that, I feel like now me and 50 should have a battle. And, you know, no gangster shit. I'm 53 years old. That would be whack and corny for the culture. But he's in the television network business now. So if I was a rapper, I would be like, all right, I'm gonna make a diss record, you make a diss record. Now let's not do that.
Dame Dash then went on Instagram Live, where he confirmed that he owes $8 million, but he still insisted that $1 million is nothing. However, in this same Instagram session, something else happened that quickly went viral. Unfortunately, Dame's teeth dashed out of his mouth.
I wouldn't even have acknowledged him if I didn't think he was worthy of an opponent. Talk shit, I don't acknowledge him, but 50. Oh yeah, let's go. I want to see. I want to know how real it is. I want to see your television network. I want to see you direct a movie. I want to see your clothing line. I want to see if you're the real deal. Just see me, see if I'm the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hold on. Listen. Oh, God. Yeah, talk to him for a second.
What?
Just for a second.
What are you about to do?
All right, nah, that's okay.
After Dame's teeth fell out online, you just knew 50 Cent was gonna respond. He responded in a way only 50 Cent could, not just to Dame, but to other people he was beefing with.
Somebody definitely sent me that cute shit 50 said about me not having no money. I want to see if you're the real deal. Just see me, see if I'm the real deal. Yeah, hold on. Oh, God.
Niggas talking that 50 cent, I be talking 50 mil. Niggas talking that Timmy Turner, let the nigga get killed.
Bubba Dub would say,
you throw a concert in Louisiana and don't book no Louisiana legends and put no bankroll in no Louisiana legends pocket, but you pay the police $500,000. What type of ass shit is that?
Gang, I'm willing to sit down and talk and peaceful and just, you know, go have some drinks or have something to eat. Or maybe I could take you to my grandma's house and, you know, let her give you some real soul food.
The Accomplice by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and Aaron Phillip Clark, available now.